Good day, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is Expressive Tone TV, conveying your thoughts and feelings to the world. Guys, first thing I want to do is to thank my returning subscribers. All of una when they watch my videos, all of una when be say they like the video, I thank una. God bless all of una. I beg, make una always they like the video. Drop your comments always. Subscribe to the channel, so that every time I bring news for you, you go dey hear am, you go dey see am. Once I drop am, you go be the first to know. Guys, wetin I bring from na where all these senators, then they laugh Nigerians, then they mock us. Then they for their senate there, they mock us, say, let the poor breathe. Ha 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 ha. It can't turn to laughing matter. Are they okay? What is laughable? They're waiting there, the way be say, then they laugh. Say, let the poor breathe. Somebody brought a bill that they should not increase the light tariff. They should not increase it because the suffer done too much. They won't see increase light, join them again. So he brought the bill. One of the senators brought the bill that the light should not be increased. They should let the poor breathe. They said, yes, the man said his final words on that tariff increment is that the poor should breathe. And the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, I be waiting that they call him. Now they laugh, say, if you want the 4th April, they were laughing. The thing no they funny. It's not funny because actually they are shocking us. They are shocking Nigerians. Nigerians are be shocked. So not be waiting they go carry, they laugh as if say no be serious matter. Because they know they go market now. So I beg, I go see you now for the next video. Make I go inside town, go they look wetin they happen again, so that I go carry come give una. Watch this video.
Another story. Well, a video of Senate President Godswill Akpabio using the catchphrase, "Let the poor breathe," in his submission during a motion to halt the planned increment of electricity tariffs in order to lessen the burden of the poor masses is making the rounds on social media. The motion, sponsored by Senator representing Oyo Central, Akintunde Abiodun, was unanimously adopted by lawmakers on Tuesday. The lawmakers insisted that Nigerians are now going through hard times as a result of the removal of fuel subsidy. Well, Cyril Fashui, the senator representing Ekiti North, in his prayer, urged his colleagues to prevail on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to let the poor breathe, in line with his promise to the people by stopping the planned tariff hike.
My additional prayer is taken from the speech of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that says, let the poor breathe. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, let the poor breathe. That is my additional prayer.
Your prayer is that let the poor breathe. And then Senator Mustafa has seconded that the poor should breathe. Those who are in support of the additional prayer that the poor should be allowed to breathe, say aye. And those who are against, say nay. The ayes have it, the poor must be allowed to breathe. Let me...
The poor must be allowed to breathe. As funny as it sounds, it is not funny. A lot of people did not find this funny, Ayo.
I saw President Bola Tinubu during an interview had said that, made that iconic, what has now become an iconic statement, let the poor breathe, don't suffocate the people. And obviously with social media and videos going viral, we have that short clip. And so when these policies which are meant to help the economy have turned around to turn around to exacerbate the sufferings of the people, they have now used his words back to him. Now, going back to the House where this statement was made and the President of the Senate said, and then using and jocularly said, oh, let the poor breathe, can the poor breathe, and hit the gavel. If this statement was made in a group of people who were experiencing this hardship, we can laugh about it. I'll put it alongside making maybe racist comments and slurs where, you know, people of African descent or black, you know, minority groups use it to just joke amongst themselves. But when the oppressors use those same words, it becomes a word that ought to be banned. The people who are using these words, it almost seems like a mocking statement to those who are feeling the heat of this hardship. And so whilst it might be said to be funny, and, you know, I mean, senators have also let the senators laugh, if one wanted to put that statement. It again, I'm going back to that word being insensitive and being out of touch with what people are feeling. It is not funny. It is a serious issue. And what we're looking forward to them doing is looking for solutions or ways to help and going back to their constituents and perhaps doing things to help them and making positive statements and not laughing, as it were, at the predicament of Nigerians. Yes, let's laugh, it's funny, but please, in that house, we are in dire situations at the moment. We don't want to see them laughing and making jokes about the sufferings of Nigerians, unfortunately.
Rufai, the poor must be allowed to breathe.
I don't know what is so funny about a bunch of guys that got 70 billion while others didn't get anything. And I don't know what's funny about a bunch of guys that are constantly fleece this country with everything they have or this country has to give to them. And I don't know what's funny about a bunch of guys that just sit up there and big fat salaries that they don't know how much, or they can't even state how much. And they collect over 100 and something billion every year to run a bunch of less than 500 guys. And they sit down there and mock the poor people of this country that they steal from every single day. So I don't know what's funny about that. I mean, it's just reflective of the insensitivity of this bunch of guys. They are fat over bloated pockets with their fat barbarigas and regalias, and they laugh at the insensitivity of the pain of Nigerians. But I've got news for them. If only they know how many people have been sacked this week alone because companies can't afford to pay them increased salaries. If only they know how many people that have now packed their cars and trekked the streets of Lagos. If only they know how many people that they don't know where their next meal is going to come from. If only they know how many people that because they cannot get Forex, their businesses can't move forward again. If only they know the pain the people are suffering, people that can't pay for their medical bills and they die on the daily in this country. They would not be making such very, very funny jokes about the poverty and the plight of people. Only to think they're there to represent you and I. Really, senators, let us breathe. It's not funny.
Yeah, but the resolution that they passed that day was a good one. They moved against the electricity hike.
Okay. What are the details? Now that they have said the poor are allowed to breathe, what is next? Because many Nigerians are in their own George Floyd moment. George Floyd, the policeman put his knee on his neck and the man was suffocating. Many Nigerians believe that the government is pressing their neck.
Yes.
But the senators do not know because they don't go to the market. They don't go to the fuel stations. They have no idea how much a Congo of Gary is. They have no idea how much a loaf of bread has become now with the wheat crisis in Ukraine. So they really don't know. And you can't provide leadership if you don't have knowledge. So if the poor are suffocating, okay, it's not enough to say, let them breathe. Give us oxygen.
Absolutely.
Isn't that the thing to do? Yes. So what kind of oxygen are they proposing? We want a National Assembly that is not an extension of all these skits. They can't be doing skits in the National Assembly. If you let them leave that to people who are in the BB Niger and all these Hollywood people who are busy on Nollywood people who are busy on Instagram. You turn the Red Chamber, the Senate of the Federal Republic, into a skit-making arena. Yes. No, that's embarrassing. The job of the lawmakers is to make laws for good governance. So now that they say they will let the poor breathe, what are they proposing? What suggestions are they giving? What are the ideas? This is the question. Right. That is what Nigerians can relate to, not Baba Salah moment in the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. After all, we call them distinguished. You should act in a distinguished manner and not turn that our national space into a Baba Salah arena.
All right then.